Oh my god, what is the Xbox doing? What are Microsoft doing? I have no clue, but hopefully I'll explain a bit and have a little bit of a rant about my feelings about this. But anyway, so I'm going to start off. You get the Xbox on launch day, Xbox One. You get a gamer tag, which you use from the Xbox 360, and then you activate the game on that gamer tag. So it gets a little bit confusing. Anyway, so yeah, so now the game is activated on that gamer tag, which is fine. So you can play it. The console will check every 24 hours to see if it's actually activated or not. So it will check every 24 hours. If the internet's off, the games you can't play the games at all. It'll just stop working. It won't. It will do a check and it won't work. One question that arises when this happens is, what happens if the servers crash? Does this mean we cannot play the Xbox? Yes. Say the Xbox servers just go down. You won't have to check. The console will become inactive. You won't be able to play any games on your Xbox, which is insane. I don't get that at all. That's the most stupidest joke ever. So we've got fingers crossed. We have to rely on the servers to work 100%, which is random. So you buy the game. So it's now linked to your gamer tag. Say you want to take around your friends, which you can apparently. So you can take around to your friends. Apparently you have to be friends with them for 30 days. You can slot the disc in. Fine. Slot the disc in, and apparently it will check every hour. So it's like your secondary system. It will check every hour. If you don't have an internet connection for that hour, it will just stop working. So yeah, it's like the 24-hour one, but now it's 1 hour. So you're on a secondary console playing a game on your friend's console. That makes any sense. Which is not great. I mean, for me upstairs, I'm up in my little room upstairs, and sometimes my Xbox just disconnects randomly for no reason. I don't know why. I think it might be dodgy Wi-Fi. It just disconnects all the time, and that's a bit of a concern for me, especially if I'm doing like YouTube stuff or getting really really getting into a single player story, and it just disconnects on me. And doesn't save my game. That would be an absolute joke. I would just cry my eyes out after like playing it for like an hour, losing all of my progress, and it just sort of switches off and says, "Nope, you have no internet connection. Goodbye." I understand this for like multiplayer games and stuff, but I don't understand why I would need to be connected to the internet to play my single player game. It's really, really confusing. So say you want to give the game to your friend, which you can. You can do it once, only once, and once you're done for 30 days, you can give the game over, and then they can put it into their console, link it to their gamer tag, and then that's it. The game will die with him. So you can't switch back. You can't switch back at all. It's locked to his gamer tag. You can't change it. No. Can't do it. So basically this makes trading-ins obsolete. You cannot trade in games ever. You can't do it. I'm afraid you can't trade in your Xbox games. I'm shaking my head really fast. You can't do it. So yeah, which is just insanely sucky. I mean, these days I tend to buy my games new because if I like a game, like say The Last of Us, which is coming out, I will support the developer, buy a brand new copy of the game, and obviously play on the channel and stuff. But I used to play trading games. I used to sell my games on eBay. Can't do that anymore. Can't rent games. You can't trade in games. You can't sell them anywhere. Apparently, it's now up to the publisher if they want to lock that system down or not. Apparently, they can open it up so you can trade in your games if you want. But apparently, you can't really do that. So it's a bit weird. It's up to the developers if they want to do it. But they have to ask Microsoft for permission. Sorry, I can't say it. For permission to like access it and trade in and stuff. So it's a little bit messed up. Very, very confusing. It's a mess, really. I mean, I'm trying to explain this, but there's a lot of things in it. It's really, really confusing. So apparently you can have 10 family members on your console, so you have 10 family member accounts, which can play the game fine. But I don't know how they're gonna know we're family. They're gonna like do like a Kinect DNA test on me or something. I don't know what they're gonna do. Another thing, Kinect has to be connected all the time, so they can. Apparently, there's. Excuse me. Apparently, they don't have it. There's a massive privacy connection thing where they don't record what you're saying or doing on the camera, but I just get this weird sense that they are. You get what I mean? Like for like technical reasons for development, they're going to research ad development and emotions and temperature and heart rate and stuff, and sort of just send it to developers. This is what's happening when you're playing Dead Space 4, because it's making them really scared. Stuff like that. I just feel like it's going to go down that avenue, and I hope it doesn't, because that's a bit freaky. So apparently this Kinect can apparently detect my heart rate. which is really weird. But yeah, apparently you can say Kinect off or something, Kinect off, and apparently it will turn the webcam off, but not the mic. So, it's really confusing anyway. And apparently you can't even turn the console without it actually being connected. So it's really weird. It feels like the console is just going to keep turning off on me all the time, which is really, really weird. So then people are going to say, well, Steam's like it, and everyone likes that. That's understandable. I understand what you mean there. But Steam has wonderful sales and stuff. Steam suits the PC market. It doesn't... When I buy a game off Steam, I know what I'm getting. I know that this is for me. I could wait and get it on the Steam sale, or I could just... Yeah, I can just play the game. I can download it whenever I want. If my computer crashes, I can sign into my account, download all my games onto my new computer and stuff, and have some fun. I mean, I just don't understand. Apparently on day one of the releases now, you can also buy the games on the digital store on Xbox, which is good and bad. So that's gonna, yeah. To be honest, I'm worried for people that work at GameStop and stuff. People working game in the UK, you're gonna lose your jobs pretty much. I think those shops run off pure trading prices and stuff, and they're not gonna make enough money. They don't actually make enough money off new games at all. They make off I think they make like £7 off a £40 game. I think they make, which sounds a lot, I guess, but it's not a lot to run a business with. It's like a very small amount or something. I'm not sure if it's £7, but around that sort of figure. So developers and shops are going to be struggling, and they may close down. I mean, if Sony come out and say, we're not doing trade, you can trade in your games here at any store. You can sell your games. You don't need always online stuff. And then I can see the PS4 becoming the most popular consoles pretty goddamn quick. I mean, people might be looking at the Wii U now, for Christ's sake. That's how bad this is getting. I mean, the PS4 could do this, and they could completely and utterly demolish Xbox One. Completely demolish it. Because they're focusing on being a game system, but also having Love Film, Netflix, all that stuff on that as well. I just feel like if Sony do this right, they can easily win this war of generations. It's going to be so easy for them. There's just too many limitations on this new Xbox One console where you're locked down. The game really isn't yours. It's activated for 2 accounts, if that. And it's just a little bit confusing. There's so many like policies and stuff that I just want to be able to take my game disc round to my friends and play it on their console. Or lend my game to a friend. Or sell my game. I want to be able to do that. It's my bloody disc and I want to sell it on. So it's a bit frustrating for me. You can tell I'm a bit frustrated, hopefully. And just leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this policy. Do you think it's right? Do you understand it? Are you confused? What do you want to see? Are you going to go to all Sony now and the PS4? Let me know in the comments. Smack that like button. And I'll see you guys very soon.